Salve to Discipuli, Agosu Magistra Buddy, and this is the Stage 23 lesson on the comparison of adverbs. So quick review, what is an adverb? Well, an adverb modifies or gives information about a verb. It's pretty convenient because we can see the word verb here in adverb. It explains how something is done or performed. For example, the girl quickly ran around the track. Quickly here is not describing the girl, it's describing how she ran. The student diligently studied. Diligently, is not describing the student, it's describing how the student studied. Skillfully. Here, skillfully is not describing the artist, it's describing how the artist sculpted the clay. So what's an adjective? Well, an adjective modifies a noun. It gives more information about a noun. For example, it explains what something is like. So the quick girl ran around the track. Here, quick is modifying girl, not how she ran. The diligent student studied. Diligent is modifying student. The skillful artist sculpted the clay. Skillful is modifying artist. It's telling us what the artist is, not how the artist did the sculpting. All right, so examples of adjectives versus adverbs in Latin. Loquax vocem suavem habet, suaviter cantare potest. So, loquax has a sweet voice. Here, sweet is an adjective and it's modifying voice. However, suaviter is sweetly. It's telling us how he did the singing. Melissa vocem suaviorem habet, suavius quantare potest. So Melissa has a sweeter voice. Here, sweeter is a comparative adjective. It's modifying voice, a noun. She is able to sing more sweetly. So suavius is a comparative adverb. It's not describing Melissa, it's describing her ability to sing. Notice it's ius for the comparative adverb. Helena vocem suavissimam habet, suavissime cantare potest. So Helena has the sweetest voice. She is able to sing most sweetly. Notice that for the superlative adjective and the superlative adverb, both of them have the double consonant plus the im, double consonant plus im. But the superlative adjective uses your 1-2 adjective endings. Superlative adverbs have an accented E as the ending. There is no accented E in our 1-2 adjective endings. All right, let's look at just a few more. Balneum Pompeianum erat magnum, quintum magnopera delectavit. So, the bath at Pompeii was large. It pleased Quintus a lot. Balneum Alexandrium erat maius, quintus magus delectavit. Now this should be quintum, sorry about that. All right, so the bath at Alexandria was larger. It pleased Quintus more. Notice that this is an irregular. It's not following our pattern perfectly. And before you get too mad at Latin for doing that, take note that English does the same thing with several adjectives and adverbs. So we've got big, bigger, or we could say large, larger. We've got a lot and more so far. All right, Balneum Britannicum erat maximum quintus maxime delectavit. Again, this should be quintum, sorry. The bath in Britain was largest. It pleased Quintus the most. All right, nota bene. There is a special meaning for the comparative. It can mean too much of something. For example, medicus tardius advenit. Basically, it means that the doctor arrived later than was necessary. We would say the doctor arrived too late. There's also an idiomatic use for the superlative with quam. We've seen this many times, hundreds of times. Quam celerime, for example, medicus quam celerime advenit, the doctor arrived as quickly as possible. You'll probably start to see this more often now with other superlative adjectives, superlative adverbs. And again, we know this is a superlative adverb because of the double consonant, with the accented E. All right, go ahead and pause the video. Copy down these 8 sentences and mark them as follows. Underline any modifiers, adjectives, genitives, etc. Draw arrows to their antecedents. Put brackets around relative clauses. For your verbs, mark a V above an action verb, an LV above a linking verb, inf above an infinitive. If it's an adverb, put ADV above it. Any remaining nouns, put SSC as a subject complement, direct object or indirect object. All right, Discipline, let's see what we got. All right, number 1, athleta Cantiacus Calarius quam ceteri cucurrit. Cantiacus and ceteri are both adjectives. Cantiacus is modifying athleta. This might have been a little confusing. Athleta looks feminine, but remember, this is one of the few, the handful of first declension nouns that are actually masculine. That's why Cantiacus is masculine nominative singular. Ceteri is an adjective, but it doesn't have a noun that it's directly modifying. This is assumed. It's assumed that it's talking about the other athletes. So what do we have left? We've got athleta as a subject. It's nominative. Calarius is an adverb. Quam is just an intensifier. I'm not going to mark it. Cucurrit's our verb. So the Cantiacian athlete ran faster than the others, the other athletes. Athletes is just assumed here. All right, fere senem facile me superaverunt. We've got a subject, a direct object, an adverb, and a verb. Now this is a superlative adverb because we have our double consonant followed by IM and an accented E. So the thieves overpowered the old man very easily or most easily. Ubi hac magis timebam. We've got an adverb here. This is an adverb that just means where or when. This is our direct object. Audivi is our verb. We know that I is the subject of the verb because it ends in an accented I. It's perfect tense. Since there's no nominative here, I'm just going to specify the subject up here. In parentheses, magis is another adverb. Timebam is also a verb, and again, no nominative. So I'm just going to put a note to myself that the subject is I. So when I heard this, I was more afraid. Remember, magis is one of those irregulars. It's it doesn't really follow the pattern. You just got to memorize it. Milites quam fortissime pugnata. All right, so milites is our subject. Quam plus a superlative. These are going together. So this is really an adverbial phrase. So I kind of put it in the middle so it's indicating towards both. And then pugnata is a verb. It's an imperative. It's a command. So soldiers, fight as bravely as possible. Medicus te melius quam astrologus sanara potest. Medicus is our subject. De, this is accusative, so it's our direct object. Melius is an adverb. Quam is just an intensifier. Astrologus, subject complement of sorts. We're going to call it a subject complement for now, for simplicity's sake. Sanar is a complementary infinitive, and potest is our verb. So the doctor is able to heal you better than the astrologer. Illi juvenes filiam nostrum avidius spectant. Illi is nominative plural going with juvenes. Nostrum is accusative singular going with filiam. We've got our subject, direct object. We've got an adverb and a verb. So those young men are watching our daughter. Now this is a comparative adverb. We could say more eagerly, but remember we had that special meaning. We could say too eagerly. And considering the context of the sentence, that would make sense. They might be concerned if some young men are checking out their daughter a little bit too eagerly. All right, canus dominum mortuum fideliter custodiebat. Mortuum is an adjective going with dominum. They're both accusative, singular, masculine. We've got a subject, direct object, adverb, and verb. So the dog was guarding the dead master bravely. All right, this is a relative clause, so I'm going to put brackets around it. Qui is a modifier referring back to ei. We've got our subject. This is a subject within its relative clause. Male is an adverb. Vixerant's a verb. Male, again, another adverb. And pererent, our verb. All right, so this right here, it's like those people. Okay, so those who lived badly died badly. All right, quick review to sum things up. In English, most adverbs end in ly. In Latin, many adverbs have a unique spelling. To form regular adverbs from adjectives, and this is a review from the last few stages, if you're looking at a 1-2 adjective, you just replace it with an e, and then you've converted that adjective into an adverb. If you're looking at a third declension adjective, you replace it with iter, and you've got an adverb. Comparatives. Adjectives have eor plus your third declension endings. Adverbs just have eus, and they don't change. Superlatives, adjectives have a double consonant plus im plus your 1-2 adjective endings. Adverbs have a double consonant plus im plus an accented e, and they don't change. All right, vale to discipuli.